What is up?
We in?
We are in.
Is this thing on?
This thing
This
is
thing
on.
Hello. What's up, everybody?
What is
Welcome
up?
to Black Market Live. Welcome to Black Market Live. This is the show where we talk about music and reggae and music production, and we produce music together here on the show as well, and we hang out with our friends.
Yes, we do.
And we've got a lot of friends in the chat today.
Yeah, friends that got some love on the playlist today too.
Yeah, that's
Magaduppy, Kyle B. It's good stuff. You, I mean, you're on the show. You know, you're not a friend. You're
Right, yeah.
You're the one we're friends with.
I'm not a friend.
Yeah.
Let's see. What am I saying here? Yeah, and also I'm sure we got some new friends with us out there today.
Always.
That's cool. But yeah, we my name is Brandon, aka Wise Owl.
My name is Nate, aka Black Market Dub.
That's right. And yeah, man, we make reggae.
We do.
And we're gonna hang out together today. And later on today, you're gonna do a live dub for us today?
We're gonna do a live dub, a brand new John Roy Wise Owl collaboration that I'm really excited for you guys to hear. I won't spoil what it is because it's fucking awesome. We'll get to it when we get to it, but yeah, amazing 80s cover. That's how much I'll say.
Yes. Even more music from friends of the show. Sorry to interrupt you, bro.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, even more friends of the show. The song, the artist who's the band, whose song you're gonna dub today is friend of the show. Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem.
Oh, right. I thought you were
by John Roy.
I thought you were talking about the original artist for a second. I was like, what?
Yes.
They're watching?
Whoa.
Yeah.
It is a cover of a great classic song. But yeah, a great reggae band from San Diego.
Yeah.
And Nate's gonna dub it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
What else are we gonna do before that?
Before that, we've got, actually, I'm really excited. He's in the chat right now. Joeoho, a.k.a. Mark, who I've been chatting with this week a bit on Instagram and through email. We finally have someone submitting some dub and reggae music for us to review.
Really?
Yes.
Listener music that is dub and reggae. All right, cool. I'm very excited for that. Good job, Joe. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he sent us some tracks from his YouTube channel. We're gonna check one of them out.
Nice.
And we've also got, I don't remember who the other person is. I should probably have that ready though. But we've also got another track that's kind of more vaporwavy electronic that I'm excited to hear as well.
Cool.
We've gotten a lot of submissions from the vaporwave subreddit, but not a lot of. We haven't come across any like straight vaporwave quite yet. So
Straper wave.
Straight vaporwave. Yeah.
Straight per wave.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
So I'm excited to check this one out because this one, as far as I can tell, I just kind of glanced at it last night before while I was getting the show prepped. It's much more in that vaporwave vein that I was kind of hoping we'd get.
Vein per wave?
About. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, lots of good stuff. Also, we should probably talk about the title of the show, which is the last title you'll see of the show before the show actually happens ever again. We were talking last week after the show ended that like I feel like we name the show before the show happens, and then we try to like fit the show in this like little box, and it just kind of makes it confusing, or not confusing, but just like you put it really well last week. It's just like we're trying to like, yeah, like well, not on the show, but after the show.
Oh.
Like we're trying to like curate the show around an arbitrary title, and it just kind of makes for it's just kind of hard to do that.
If we name it before we do it, then we're like, well, shit. Now we got to do the thing that we
that.
said in the title that we were gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. So
even though the whole all the technology, the stream is breaking down and we can't do it, but
yeah. So
but yeah, what an idea. What would happen if we just do what we do on the show?
Yep.
and then name the show what we did instead.
Exactly. Yeah. So for any of you guys who have been digging like the individual artwork we've been putting out for each episode, we're still gonna do that, but we're gonna do it after the show airs. So it's not gonna lead up to the show, unless it's something like, I don't know, unless we know for a fact we're gonna do like, you know, like the EP release party, like the Blue Velvet thing, like that wouldn't have changed. But,
True.
You know, so maybe every once in a while you'll see those pop up before the actual show happens. But, you know, I think it'll just make the show less, I don't know. Stupid. Yeah, I think, yeah. Also,
Less bad.
I really want to get to this right now, mostly because I just want to drink my coffee.
Okay. Wait. Real quick. Look at what Andy just wrote.
Andy Dufresne. What did Andy Dufresne write?
What did Andy Dufresne write? We just passed
902
a
subscribers.
Wow, that was a really good death vocal.
That
Man.
was
wow.
That was almost Let's Get Ready to Rumble stats.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Right.
Yeah, we crossed fucking 900 subscribers.
We did it, everybody.
We
Good
did
job.
it. We're less than 100 away from 1,000.
Dub clap. Good job, all of you 902 strong.
Yes.
Community. Was it special release party posters? Okay, yeah.
We'll
So that's the next thing. So, if and when we cross 1,000, what should we do something?
We have to. We have to because it literally will be like a huge deal for us when we cross 1,000. Not just because it's a nice round number.
Unintentional dub.
Yeah. Because of what it'll allow this channel to become further. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we have the ability, or YouTube will give us the ability to monetize content we put out on this channel. So it'll be a potential new revenue source for Brandon and I, which will in turn help Brandon and I stay alive, which is really cool and very important to the show getting made, at least on time every week.
That we're alive?
Yes.
Yes. And maybe we can have some cameras that don't look like poo-poo.
Oh, man, yeah.
Maybe we can have some computers and graphics cards that can, like, show the things that we do on our show without freezing and getting choppy and making the stream stop.
You know, I watched I watched I'm like a major YouTube I watch all kinds of YouTube personalities. I watch all kinds of shows, lots of like cooking shows, lots of music shows, lots of movie review shows. Mostly cooking shows, though. Honestly, that's kind of what most.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite hobbies.
I'm curious to know who your favorites are.
Learning how to cook a little better. But there's one guy I've been just recently following, and he did a video where he did like a Q&A with his followers after he hit like I think 1 million subscribers or something crazy like that, and he talked about how his first year on YouTube, he made like 50-60 videos. He tried all kinds of different shit. Most of it didn't work, and at the end of the year he basically quit his job, decided not to go into post-grad. He said, I'm going to give myself 2 years to dedicate myself to like making
cooking YouTube.
Yeah, making
movies.
That work for me, like making
movies, videos.
Yeah, making YouTube videos and making that something that like will actually like earn me money and something I could live off of. And he, after his first year, he was a little discouraged and disappointed, which I would understand. He only had like, he got from 0, he went to like 800 something subscribers, which is like, that's a lot of subscribers. It's not anything to sniff at, but
oh yeah,
it's just
902 is like basically 1 million.
Yeah. But you know, he talked about how like, you know, he just, you know, he picked the things, he realized the things that were working, he abandoned the things that didn't work, and he just pushed forward. And within another year, he was at like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of subscribers or whatever. And so I don't know. It kind of gave me some hope and something to look forward to because, like we've been talking about, me and Brandon have been trying to. We've been trying to make some new kind of content that I think will really like bring some views and some attention onto this channel and this show as well. So
I think it's the most entertaining stuff that we've made yet.
I think so too.
You guys will enjoy it.
Yeah, it's because there's an edit.
It's my favorite. Yeah, because it's actually edited.
Yeah,
it's polished.
Yeah.
It's my favorite stuff that we've made so far.
Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys the show.
Aside from just the straight up music that we make.
Yeah. That big.
It is available on our Bandcamp pages, by the way.
Yes.
Heads.
But yeah, me and Brandon, we're working overtime to bring this new show to life.
Yes.
That we're calling it Playback. I think that's fine. We can say.
That's right.
We can say what it's called.
Why not?
And yeah, it's we've talked about it before, but it's going to be like a semi-regular album review show where we listen to an album and we dive into it together and then we edit the conversation and it's funny and entertaining and it's genuinely made me laugh several times watching it. So I think you guys are gonna dig it. It's
I was watching your recent edit of the episode that you are editing right now last night, and there's a joke toward the end. I was just like, it hurt my sides laughing.
Wait, which was it? Now I have to know.
The little flash of Kanye's face when he goes 100%. Oh my God.
Yeah, I found a soundboard.
I almost fell out of my chair. It was pretty good.
I found a soundboard that was like, it was just like little snippets of like Kanye saying like the dumbest shit. It was like 100.
A huge soundboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was about the size of a dictionary, just filled with phrases of Kanye saying stupid things. But yeah, I found
you found some gems.
Found some gems, that we could put in there, which was fun. But anyway, what I was saying was, I really want to drink my coffee.
I don't want to keep you from your coffee. Yes. Let's get to your coffee.
So we've got over on the Bandcamp side, which is where he dwells and where he protects and guards the Bandcamp realm. We've got our buddy Matt, a.k.a. Groove Stranger.
Yes, Groove Stranger's kind of like the dragon Smaug, who just kind of lives in that cave, protecting that gold in the Bandcamp stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as some of you may remember from, I don't know, months ago now, we were during the show we were talking to Matt about he was saying he wants to get us some glassware, like hand etched, because he does that in his free time, which was extremely flattering and kind and thoughtful and like amazing that he would spend his free time to do that for us for no reason other than he's just an awesome fan and wanted to show his love and support.
It's part of the family.
Yeah. So those glass works, they showed up this week and me and Brandon got them.
I haven't opened mine yet.
Okay, we should let you do the official unboxing, because mine's already. I told Brandon this morning. Mine's already a veteran chalice. It's held many liquids. It's been through the ringer.
But I don't want to keep your coffee from you. I want your coffee to get cold. So
that's true. That would suck.
Go ahead. I'm going to start unboxing mine. Let's see.
Okay. Here's mine, full of coffee and with my little swirly straw that says Nate.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That is so much coffee. Do you always drink that much coffee?
I've been needing to lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Sidewalk Andy's our coffee expert. Is that too much coffee for one human to drink, Andy?
He's a coffee peddler.
I mean, it's not like he's a doctor or anything. But
yeah, it's his job to peddle this smut.
Never enough. Drink more.
Yeah. Here's a little close-up view of the glasswork etching he's done.
Oh, not the shot glass.
Yeah, that's the shot glass. So he gave us big old beer steins as well as these shot glasses that have both of our logos on them, which is really cool. Here's a little view for the Reddit fam as well.
Right,
Our
here we
buddy
go.
Andy, or sorry, not Andy, Matt, etched these shot glasses for us. Very, very
Whoa.
cool. Also, well, I shouldn't say in case he didn't give you one.
I think I see it. Look at this, everybody.
A keychain.
He
That's
made
dope.
a wooden keychain with my YSL logo on it. Look at
So
that.
dope. Yeah. Yeah, he made, what color is yours? Mine was red. He made me a red Black Market one, which was sweet.
The lighting is terrible for you to see it, but it's
Yeah.
blue.
Oh, that's dope.
It's blue.
Nice.
So much better than red. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll let
Thank
you
you,
do
Groove
the
Stranger.
we'll let you do the close-ups of the mug because mine's full of
So
coffee. You can't even tell. Also, I don't want to hold that amount of liquid right over my console. It's probably a giant mistake.
All right.
Oh, that
I
is a
think-
sick little keychain. That is dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my key on it. On this keychain.
Nice.
Okay, we got glass Stein here.
Stein.
Wow. Would you take a look at that? And this is
That
really
is
cool
so
too
sick.
because I recently updated this way. It's weird. You move to the left and it moves to the right on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I recently updated my logo for the new YSL merch that
Nice.
is going to be available to the public very soon. And so this is kind of cool because this is like the OG YSL logo,
Yeah.
the original design. Very, very cool. Groove Stranger, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
And
Really can't thank you enough for that. And to all the other fans that don't hand make us gifts, fucking step
what
up your game. What the
come on, yo.
fuck?
jeez.
Groove Strangers over here making you look like dipshits. Just kidding. You guys are awesome. We love you guys.
Just kidding. Please don't go. Okay. Yeah.
So
And then we
sick.
both have the shot glass. This is like a hefty shot glass
It-
too. It's
that
like
is
one of those
too,
ones
like-
with like big rectangular corners. you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Heavy glass.
Definitely heavy glass. Yeah, they're definitely really well made glass. And those shot glasses, I don't know about you, but like when someone's like, "Hey, do you want to do a shot?" and I say yes before thinking too hard, and then they pull out a shot glass like that. Those shot, I don't know what it is. Those shot glasses to me, I feel like they hold more than a shot. So then I look like a huge bitch because I'm like,
Yeah.
I either gag or don't want to
Really?
drink it. No, I mean I'm
You're
honestly
not a shooter, eh?
no, I'm a shot champion. I could do it, and I'll make it
Oh.
look. I'll make it look sexy. I really will. But
Yeah.
like I don't. It's not the most fun I'll have in imbibing. That's what I'll
Okay.
say.
So just internally, you're
Internally, I'm a
you're
huge bitch, but
crying.
externally, I try to like put out this air of like, oh
ice
yeah,
cold.
yeah, I have a beard. Of course, I need shots.
How do you think I got this beard?
Yeah. Sidewalk Andy
Amazing.
says, "Come to Berlin and I will hand make you too much coffee." We will take you up on that someday, Andy. I can almost guarantee it.
Handmade coffee.
Yeah, he will grind the beans. Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, we didn't have to go to where Groove Stranger lives in order for him to hand make us these glasses. He sent them to us, Andy. That's an important detail there.
Oh man.
But
I would, you know what? I would be careful making fun of Andy. I feel like you guys have a very tenuous, very shaky truce as far as him ripping on you for Alicia Keys this week. So
yeah,
I would tread lightly, my friend. I don't know.
yeah,
He
that's
might
true.
he
I
might drop in
probably am
some
playing with fire.
Yep, some snarky Alicia snark in the chat if you're not careful.
Trying to adjust my camera and failing. Yeah, no, it's true. Andy is a dangerous creature, not to be disturbed. Like,
Can you guys read that it says my name? It says name.
yeah, I can read it. That's nice.
Birthday present for my girlfriend.
Yeah, you do look stone cold exterior while you're drinking that. That's true.
Even out of my giant mug with my sippy straw that says my name. Man. Yeah.
All right.
Groove Stranger over on Bandcamp side says retro logo, I think referring to the Wiesel logo, which is fucking sweet. And he says, you are welcome, guys. So, dude, Matt, Groove Stranger, dub clap, dude. You're a fucking legend.
Dub clap.
Really. Thank you, buddy. I guess we should probably talk about, too, since we were just talking about the potential 1,000 subscriber milestone that we're gonna hit probably this summer. Our subscriber rate is like, I don't know, it's like 30 or 40 a month or something like that. So if it stays around there, it'll be this summer we'll cross 1,000. And I really want to do some kind of a giveaway.
Oh, cool.
And I think I toyed around with giving away these mugs or something, but like I don't want to do that because these are mine.
Giving away, just
well, I don't know, because they're so cool.
Here, you take it.
They're so cool and they're one of a kind.
No.
It's like, if you think about it, they'd be the greatest giveaway gift ever. But they're also mine, and I don't want to give them away, so I'm not going to.
Exactly, he made them for us. No, this is sorry.
So I'm trying to think of what would be cool to give away.
I thought you were joking, but I'm like...
No, I was serious. I was thinking about it, but I was like, that's rude. Or at least, like, conscripting Matt to make us more to give away.
Oh, forcing him to make more?
Yeah, we're not going to do that either. So I'm trying to think of stuff to give away, and I've looked around my studio, and, like...
What can I give away?
There's not really anything in my studio that I don't need.
Look at all the things that are just around my fucking body right now.
Yeah.
The shoe? Give that shoe away.
I think what we should do, what would be cool, is I would like to give away just like a merch bomb, like if you win the subscriber giveaway thing, you'll win just I don't know 5. Like a hoodie, some shirts, like fucking mugs, like just the whole nine. Like it'll just be like a merch explosion that'll arrive at your house if you win this thing. So I think that's what we'll do, and we'll save me potentially giving away more expensive things
on your doorstep in a box that has the word bomb written on it. Yes. Yeah. The word bomb written really big and the word merch written really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I still need to figure out the mechanisms for the bomb. Just kidding. For how we're gonna draw, the giveaway, because also we have we have almost 1,000 subscribers, and we see 5 of them every week. So I feel like we're gonna do this subscriber drawing, and I'm worried we'll pull a name 600 times before we find someone who watches this show.
Okay. So to be eligible, we have to know who you are.
Well, I think it's going to be, you're going to have to take extra steps beyond just being a subscriber. It'll be one, you have to
enter the contest.
To enter the contest, you'll have to be a subscriber on YouTube, and you'll have to the day of the drawing, you'll have to say your name in the chat or something like that, so I know you're here. And then we'll pull from, we'll say at a certain amount of time, we'll say, okay, no more entries on the stream, and then we'll pull from a list of names, and whoever wins will get, I don't know, $100 in merch or something like that, $150, something like that. We'll see.
Here's the thing we could do. It could be we pin a comment at the top of some videos and say, to enter, just reply to this comment. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Or I bet you this is a popular thing. It's just that we have so few followers that we've never had to do it before. Yeah, pretty soon. I mean, once we cross this threshold of 1,000 followers, we're going to have at least 1,000. Yeah. Virtually 1,000 followers. Yes. By that point. Yeah. So that'll be pretty crazy. Yeah, we're not used to that. Yeah, no. But I bet you there's probably online there's probably a website we could use that will
do the contest for us, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it'll make it
Do the contest
smoother.
for me.com.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. How
We
is?
can figure it out.
Yeah,
I believe in us.
We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's our black market housekeeping for the week. How else is, aside from the like continual existential dread that is living in the United States, how has everything been besides that?
Well, you just took away all my things that I could talk about. Yeah, everything is good. My lovely mother is here visiting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I just got back from a trip to Atascadero,
Oh, nice.
visiting our hometown. Nate and I are from the same hometown.
Features prominently in one of our new videos.
Yes, it does. And besides that, it's been working on our videos and on our music and on YSL Music. Andy,
Nice.
quite a bit. Tonight, Thursday night, if you're in the Los Angeles area, if you're in Southern California, I will be performing at the King's Head
Word.
Pub in Santa Monica tonight.
Nice. Doing some reggae tunes.
Yes, yep, playing entertaining the pub crowd with the reggae classics.
Hell yeah. So is it you and the what's his name, Jared, the drummer?
Jarrett Borba, the great Jarrett Borba on drums. So yeah, so it's 2-man reggae band. So I have a looper station.
Yeah.
And I build a loop of, I play bass and then some keyboards.
That's sweet.
And then play guitar and sing. And Jared is playing the drums live. And we, just played all the reggae classics, bunch of Gregory Isaacs, bunch of Studio One stuff.
Sick.
Gladiators.
Love it. Yeah. Brings me back to the Horseman days. It's like all that stuff is what we used to do. Did we do we didn't really do Gregory Isaacs though, did we? I feel like
no.
I don't remember us ever
I don't
doing
think we
Gregory
did. Yeah,
Isaacs.
I don't think we did any Gregory Isaacs songs. Yeah, I don't know why. Just like
we could have fucked up Night Nurse or something. That'd have been awesome.
So that's one of the ones that we do now.
Nice.
Yeah, like when I went in and just started learning a bunch of songs, just ones that I can sing first of all, and then wanted to sing. The list of the ones that I wanted to sing is way longer than the list of the ones that I actually can.
Right.
And for me, it's work. It's for some cash.
Right.
But mainly the main reason why I like doing it for myself is the practice, the vocal practice. There's no better practice arena than being in there with a real microphone in front of real people singing live. You got to work the room, you got to entertain the people, and
that's what I miss, man.
It's just the best practice. It's just so much better than practicing in the car, practicing in the shower, practicing at home.
Yeah.
It's so much different than like recording vocals in the studio where you get to try again, basically. Totally. You don't get to try again when you're doing it live. I still consider myself a beginner, intermediate singer, so it's practice for me.
That's insane to hear you say that, but I guess I can see what you mean. I fucking miss playing live so much. Like, I live in a town where all my friends are musicians and all my friends gig like multiple times a week, and like I just haven't fallen in with a group of people who need anything close to what I do on stage or need a guitar player. Like, I mean, it's like, who the fuck needs a guitar player in Nashville? It's like an oxymoron. Like, Nashville's like built out of guitar players. Like, It's
Yeah.
like there's too many to go around.
The foundation of your house is
Is
guitar
made of
players
guitar
who
players.
were still alive when they were baked into the cement.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was the most abundant
It's the
resource,
most abundant resource,
in the
yeah.
town at the time.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as Chet Atkins arrived on the scene, it was like 1,000 guitar players just keeled over in unison. They were used as building blocks for City Hall instead. But yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, because it's like I'll like go to shows and I'm just like, I feel like every musician probably has this fantasy at least once, and is why you would, for whatever reason, bring like a guitar pick to a show. Is you're just like at the show, standing in the crowd, and then just thinking to yourself like, I bet you that they'll probably need a guitar player for their next song, and if they do, I have a pick. I could do it.
I'll be the only one to raise my hand holding a pick in the air.
Yeah.
And they'll look across the crowd and go, you, that guy, bring him up here.
So yeah, I mean, that's basically me at like fucking
Yeah.
weekly every time I go to a show here. It's like I'm just sitting there fantasizing about. I'm not even like enjoying the show. I'm just just jealously imagining myself being up there instead.
Dude, that's exactly how I feel whenever I go to I don't really go to shows.
Yeah. I haven't,
Yeah, mainly because I feel the pain of wanting to be on the stage instead of down here too strongly.
Totally.
And I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I totally understand what you mean, because the same thing happens to me. It's like, and I feel like the more you perform, probably the less time you spend at concerts, because it's like you're already spending a ton of time like at concerts,
Right.
But yeah, and on top of that, it's like the pandemic happened, so like I didn't go to shows for a long time either since I moved here. But like this year, like I've bought tons of fucking tickets to shows we're gonna go to this year. Like we're seeing Blondie and the Damned. We just saw Jack White, and we just saw Jack White play in Nashville a couple weeks ago. Gonna go see Roger Waters this summer.
Nice.
Gonna see Roxy Music's 50th anniversary with St. Vincent's opening for them. Gonna see fucking Willie Nelson this summer. So I mean, I'm trying to make up for lost time this year, because yeah, it's
Willie Nell.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we dive into some listener tunes?
Tunes. Yeah, let's dive in.
All right, so the first one I
love
want
this
to
thing.
get into is...
Is that really loud to you or just to me?
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
So, here's listener review. So this first one I want to check out is let's get this in another window.
Dubs from Mark.
Yeah, so this is Mark. I've been kind of, like I said, I've been like chatting with him on Instagram a little bit this week. He's just like an absolutely killer keyboard player. He was the one in the chat last week. I don't know if you remember. He compared his bubble to somebody. I forget who he said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Wire Lindo.
Yeah. And it's like his shit. It just fucking rules. It's really, really good. It's awesome dub. So yeah, let's dive into it. I believe his YouTube handle is Joeoho. He's only got 12 subscribers, so go over there and give him some love today, everybody, if you're watching.
Look who's there in the comments.
Who's over there? Oh, Papa Jocko! Look at that. See, we've got good people.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good community.
I know that guy.
Yeah. So here's Dub It 89 by Joeoho.
Sorry, that was me. Oh.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice.
What?
Not that though. It's not
Advertisements.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you guys how nice it is to hear dub from someone else besides me and Brandon.
Yeah, man.
On the show. It's awesome.
It's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is good dub.
Yeah, so I was
wanna go
talking to him this week about it, and he says he does all this stuff himself in Logic. He plays all the keyboards, obviously, and then just kind of programs everything else. I will say I love the extra fat one drop with just like massive kick and snare as your one drop is really, really nice.
Yeah, drum pattern is fantastic.
The
good drum sounds.
Yeah, especially like for Logic. I feel like Logic, it can be kind of hit or miss with like the internal sounds that Logic has if that's what he's using. The drum rhythm is like super strong, really, really good, uncomplicated, which is nice too. Especially because the rest of the music he's doing, if the drums were like super wild on this, it would almost be too much because his dubs are like really, really dense and kind of remind me of some of mine. Like mine can be that way too. I've even like talked to you about it. I feel like in the past of just like I almost feel like I'm doing too much sometimes, but it's just kind of a style. It's kind of his keyboard playing is obviously top notch. It's really, really good. I've even spoken to him a little bit about, like, hey, dude, like, your shit's good. Like, if you want to be on some Black Market, we'll have to talk about it someday, because he's really, really awesome at keys. What else was I gonna say? As far as negatives go, though, I will just say it's just a little busy. That's all. There's just a lot going on. Like, honestly, one of my favorite parts in the song is at the very end when it quiets down very, like, kind of out of nowhere. The track really has a chance to breathe for a second, but then the song ends like right after that. So I'd say if there's anything I could recommend as far as, like, dub techniques go, your sounds are cool. Like, your delay throws are awesome. Like, you're manipulating, like, the time of the delay. That's super sweet too. I would say that, like, one thing you hear in, like, traditional dub music is, like, dub engineers, they trust the groove. They trust that the underlying music is good enough and entertaining enough to listen to kind of stand on its own for a stretch, for long stretches of time sometimes. So they don't have to constantly be doing delay throws the whole time or anything like that. I do that kind of shit all the time. Like, I feel like I don't trust my own the underlying music that I've made, and I'm just constantly, like, delaying over on top of it. But when you listen to like Tubby or Scientist or whoever, it's like they really kind of pick their spots more than that. They pick and choose when to do these types of things, and that's what makes them the greats. Is they know. It's kind of like how they say, like, great guitar players, like, know when not to play. Like, if you ever listen to, like, B.B. King take a guitar solo, it's like you'll hear him, like, trade bars with some guitar player, and the guitar player right before him is just, like, filling up so much space, and then it's like his turn to start and he doesn't even play right away. And it's like, that's part of what makes him great is, so that's something all of us, who do dub and dub mixing, it's like, it's a constant struggle to just, like, trust your music as it is,
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be my main critiques. I think the sounds are really cool, especially considering they were made in Logic. The keyboard playing is amazing. The arrangement as you've dubbed it is a little bit dense, but it's awesome. I mean, you're dubbing the shit out of this thing. It's fun. Definitely
Right.
sounds like you're having a good time, and that's the most important thing anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed listening to it the entire time. This is definitely something I would put on, and I'm sure, I know, I can imagine lots and lots of people, listening to this, putting this on. The keyboard bubble is indeed strong. That nice crisp bubble pattern that you're playing is like the strongest element that to the groove. Let's see.
I feel like the synth bass line is actually really cool too. I'm actually listening to it now for the first time. Like, really
the bass,
taking note of it.
the bass sound is really cool.
Yeah.
And oh boy, gosh, it's so early here in California right now. Oh my god. Man, I'm so not a morning person. I keep doing these shows in the morning. It's good times.
Yeah.
Drink some more of my coffee. What the hell am I saying? Yeah, so this is a I like the digital style
For sure.
of dub, even just beyond the fact that it's comprised completely of software instruments and synthesized instruments. That's not out of the ordinary. That's been a viable sound of dub. I mean, for decades, long time. But I mainly like just how the reverbs and the delays are all not just that they are digital, but they have a digital reverb and digital delay sound to them.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's really cool. It gives it its own atmosphere. I don't know if that is chosen to be that way on purpose, or if if you were just like, oh, I need a reverb, I want a reverb, let me put it on there, and that's just what it sounded like.
Right.
Or if you really did, like, you know, carefully choose that, like, oh, I love how that, you know, how that sounds just like a digital, like, lexicon reverb sound, and that's the sound that you want. But either way, it sounds really cool, and it sounds really good. Whereas, you know, normally me and Nate were constantly recommending real spring reverbs and like real tape delays to people, but like for this sound, for the sound palette that you're getting with this, that wouldn't be the right recommendation. You know? Right. This is you've established that you're going the digital route and having a digital like identity to the sound. So it's good that you go full bore into that direction, because it makes sense. Yeah. And it sounds cohesive when you do it.
Yeah. I'll echo what you said. I really like the digital sound. It's actually really cool. And to me, it's like refreshing, because it's so opposite of what I do at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, I really want to try it. I want to dip our toes more into that world.
That would be interesting, because we never freaking do.
Yeah.
But, and this is an example, Joe's music right here. This is an example of how to do it right.
Yeah.
Which is, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Right.
You know, a lot of people get stuck in no man's land, which, you know, I have made a lot of music which is guilty of this, of getting stuck in no man's land, which is where you're doing digital effects and trying to pass it off as something that sounds analog, or trying to get an analog type of a vibe using digital effects, and I don't know, it doesn't work. It doesn't have the full quality that it sounds like if you
just embrace it.
If you're gonna do analog, or this. If you're gonna do digital, like, make a digital sound, because it's a classic, viable sound.
At this point, this sound has probably gotten more play and more mileage than like the original dub analog sounds did. You know what I mean? Like there were probably more. There's probably more dub reggae at this point, like, or at least as much in this kind of style as in the more traditional, like, analog style. You know what I mean? Because one, this is way more user friendly to make, and it doesn't require all this insane gear, and it sounds just as cool. It just sounds different, you know?
Yeah. I would say in terms of suggestions on things to try. And of course, this is judging only from this track alone, but we're gonna listen to another one, right?
We can, yeah. He actually sent us quite a few, so we can listen to one more. I don't mind listening to one more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if he, you know, already addresses this in the other one. But my one suggestion is to, what is it? How do I say it? To basically take elements in and out. At the moment, the way that track is what you're doing is dubbing, you know, putting effects on the various elements, and you're doing a good job of making how the delay and the reverb is being applied to the various elements. You're making it very dynamic and changing it over time, and you can tell that there's somebody like playing the knobs and performing the dub.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus, and that's part of what makes your dub sound really good. Is it's not just there's just the same delay on the piano all the way across the song. You know, you can hear a person changing it and working it and playing the delay. But what it's missing is elements actually coming out. You know, there's the whole element of dub of where the guys are playing the faders. They pull the bubble out. They pull the keyboard out. They pull the drums out for a section. And then when something comes back in, something goes away. Something else comes back in, then something else goes away.
Yeah.
So, I think that would really, and then that is what lets you do what Nate was talking about, which is to trust the music.
Yeah.
Like if the whole bubble thing goes away for a second and it's for a while it's just the drums and the bass, and you just trust how dope the bass line sounds against the drums.
Trust that people want to hear that.
They
they're like, dub is not just in the delays and the reverb throws and like effects manipulation. It's also in pulling elements in and out, and like just removing like the skank and the bubble and revealing just the drums and bass, for example. That's just as much a dub move as throwing a delay on the snare or throwing a delay on the skank or something like that. Like, it's just as dubby, as Oh, he says, I don't have that ability right now. Logic doesn't give me that chance. Okay. Well,
it's gonna be with some automation. I'm very surprised that Logic doesn't give you the ability to automate faders or mutes.
Yeah, you should be able to, I would think. Let's check out his other one here. Let's check out Whaler's Tribute. So I don't know if this one's as dubby. Let's check it out. And he says, thank you for that knowledge. I'm seriously going to look how to do that. Yeah, look into automating mutes and automating your faders and stuff like that.
It definitely is possible.
Listen to this. This is sick.
Yeah, this is a Whaler's Tribute. This sounds exactly like something they would play.
Super dope footage you've got here, too.
Yeah.
So dope. These drums are killer.
You really feature all the keyboard players in the video. Cut out Bob, cut out Family Man, everybody else. Show the keyboard players.
It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
Whaler's keyboard player, he never gets any love. Look at him.
That must be Wire right there, right? I don't even know what Wire looks like, but just from, I know you have admiration for him. I'm guessing that that's the guy that you're featuring in the video.
Yeah.
There's Family Man. It's okay. Family Man gets enough attention.
So,
keyboard players in this band do not get enough love.
I'm really curious. How did you get these drums? Did you program these as well? Because it doesn't sound like it. This sounds like a real drummer. That was a killer track. I like that one better than the other one, honestly. That one really grooved really well. And that one really showcased his keyboard playing, like, amazingly. It was much less, like, cluttered, but still dubby at the same time. It still had, like, kind of the dub influence on his keys. But, I'm really curious about the drums for that one, because the drums on that are, like, a major strong point of that track. They sound really good. Like I could not program drums to sound like that. That sounds like a real drummer. Like, but at the same time, the sounds what he's playing sounds like something a real drummer would play. The sounds themselves, it's hard for me to say if those are samples or digital or whatever. Man, that one's excellent. I loved that one.
I would also recommend to, so I was going to say, just the way that the mix is at the moment, the drums are probably a little bit too hot.
Yeah.
But it's good that you're not making the opposite mistake, which is
way worse.
Which kills dub and kills reggae and is the antithesis to the way that dub is supposed to sound, which is the drums being too quiet.
Totally.
They should definitely be too loud and not too quiet.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yep.
But I think even just without changing the balance of the way that it is, because whenever the kick and whenever the snare happens, it should be the featured sound and the loudest sound that's happening in that split second moment when it is happening. Mm-hmm. But in all the other valleys in between every kick and every snare, the level of the other instruments is a bit low.
Yeah.
I think that one of the things that you can do is do what
so he says it's Logic drums. I think it's Liverpool. I was looking to sound like Carlton. You definitely do. So my question is, did you program that? Because that's amazing if you programmed that. I'm blown away because I suck at programming drums, and sounds very, very natural and like a real drummer. It's really, really well done.
Yeah. But I took time to tweak the drums to what I wanted to hear. Yeah, it sounds like you programmed them.
Yeah, wow. Amazing. Great job, man. Seriously. Like, sorry, continue, Brandon. I interrupted you.
No, that's all right. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you to mix, so dub into a compressor.
Oh.
Mix into a compressor. I know you do that. You have your SSL thing, right? You have like a couple stages of compression that your mix is going into, don't you?
Well, yeah. First being like tape, which does a lot of like natural compression that's really hard to replicate. But yeah, and then after that, especially in my mastering stage, it's like there's tons of awesome compression going on.
So basically part of that classic dub sound that we know and love is that the sound of it is dynamic, and like the sound of the whole track changes and responds to sounds that are happening. And when we do them in the box, when we do them, completely in software, one of the aspects of the way that our track sounds then that is different than the classic sound is that there is no response or pushback or nothing happens in response to the sounds that are happening. It's, the sounds just all happen in isolation and on you go. And it's just kind of this like, something in your reptilian brain can just know that something is different. Don't really know what, but something is different.
Yeah.
So if you take this mix, this Whalers tribute mix, exactly the way that it is, and it's going into a stage of compression, and maybe also some like
limiter,
some sort of saturation. It could be like a tape machine emulator or something like that.
Yeah.
But to the point where essentially, like if you imagine, you're just kind of like taking the sound and just sort of smushing it a bit.
Yeah.
But it's important that it's all the sound together that gets smushed together. Yes. So that way, these loud kicks and loud snares happen, and that makes the sounds of the keyboards respond, and then the spaces in between each hi-hat hit and in between each one drop and everything, like the level and the quality of the keyboards and bass like come up and change and fill in the pockets. That's a huge aspect of the traditional dub sound. So,
and is a more analog element that you could bring into this kind of digital sound.
And it's important to note that this thing that I'm describing is a feature of the tradition of the classic digital dubs too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like if you think about it, when this sound like really blew up and became popular, this is still before digital recording, really.
Exactly.
So they were still recording to tape, even though all their sound sources now were digital and their reverbs were digital and all that. They were still recording to tape for the most part, I would imagine.
And those mixes were going through analog consoles and through analog compressors.
Yeah, exactly. So there's still without changing without changing how you do these, there's still things you can do to affect them to make them sound even more authentic and traditional. And so yeah, I think Brandon's right. Find a like a tape saturation, tape emulator plugin and like start there. That'd be really cool because that'll give you a lot of your compression right there, and your saturation as well. But yeah, this one I really like this track. This track's fucking sweet. Also, Joe, I would love to put your stuff in our pre-show playlist.
Yeah.
If possible. If this stuff is on Bandcamp or anything like that, let me know and I'll figure out a way to get these in there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, overall.
But yeah, this is
great job,
overall
man.
this is really good, man.
Super cool. I'm really glad you reached out to us because, like I said, we never have any dub or reggae submissions, and we're always wanting them. So very sweet. But yeah, Joe, send us if you have any if this is on Bandcamp or anywhere else, let me know. Shoot me an email, and we'll try and get this stuff into the pre-show playlist. But yeah, let's give Joe, aka Mark, a little round of applause, double applause. Very good, man.
Dub clap.
Very awesome. Thank you, buddy. All right. Then we had. Awesome. Joe says he'll send the file. Sweet. And if you have any artwork that goes along with the file, that would be crucial because we need some kind of artwork component as well. All right. So next tune was submitted by his name was Isaac, and I don't know for sure that he came from the Vaporwave subreddit or not. I'm assuming though based on this tune. But I really like. I only listened to just a bit of it. I really like what I heard so far. But this song is called "Felt Like," and his artist name is Love Note. So let's check this out.
I already like it.
You're the girl I want to try. Maybe get lost in your smile and your pretty eyes. I know you're insecure about the things you try to hide, but those things are fine. I'm not just being nice. I love all the things you hate the most, like
little bubblegum pop in there today. Some.
That glitch at the end, is that in the track? That again. Is that in there? No.
Oh no, that's just me clicking on the beginning. Super cool. You want to go first?
Oh my, sure, dude. I fucking love this song. Like instantly, like I said, like it was like 2 seconds in, I'm like, I already like this song.
Yeah, same.
Instantly, and everything else that comes in, I didn't even know it had vocals yet. The arrangement, there's not very much at all missing from this song. This is a good example of, there it is.
Yeah.
That is a song. That's exactly what you want to do with it. You know, this is really good. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way it's performed, the song choices, the production of it, the way it's mixed, the way it's arranged.
Yeah.
The way that he incorporates, like right here, the treatment, the way that everything is like EQ'd and futzed, and it's dynamic. The kick and bass go away and come back and everything, and there's like payoffs.
Yeah.
There's and this, by the way, for Joe, the dubs that we were talking about before now, that's like the musical quality and the musical principle that taking elements away and bringing elements back in gives. And this is a universal musical thing, not just in dub, but it's tension and release.
Yeah.
You know, that like a sound wave is only a sound wave if it goes up and down. If it goes up and stays up, that's not sound. It's just a rise in air pressure.
Yeah.
You know, there's something, you know, an emotional response to things entering and leaving, being withheld and then being delivered. So this song does it like 12 times.
Yeah.
In different ways too. It's not always the same way.
Yeah.
This is just a really well arranged and well written song. The melody is fantastic.
Yeah.
Melodies are fantastic. There's really good vocal harmony going in right here. It's mixed really well. The vocals are performed in different ways. Like the way that he's singing is chosen just so. There's even little details about it too, like how you can tell in the verses that each line is recorded independently, so that like the ramp up of the next line of lyrics is it overlaps the end of the performance of the previous line, which is like a total conscious production choice.
Yeah,
like it's a sound.
Classic pop production move too.
Yeah. And like they leave it not trying to make it, not trying to hide the edit, not trying to make it sound like it was performed in one natural take. Like it sounds produced, it sounds intentional.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff in this song. I would say, like, in terms of suggestions of, you know, things to add, I would say one thing is you could do some percussion in the chorus.
Yeah.
Like if there's like some kind of like a shaker, just like a little egg shaker or something that's happening in the chorus, just to make you because there's a really high level of there's a high level of danceability throughout from beginning to end.
Big time, yeah.
And so part of the other side of the sword, the other side of the double-edged sword about that then is like you then need to like elevate the danciness in certain parts. So I think like right here the chorus is about to come back in. If there's just a little right here.
The use of the high pass is so strong in this too. It's really, it's in the beginning. It's really overt, but he brings it back throughout the song, and it's way more subtle, but like super effective.
And then the other thing is, I think that the bass and kick pattern especially here in this section, in the chorus section. It's really genius how, and you can tell how he paid attention to the cutoff notes of the bass.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yep.
That's really, really smart. But I think you could take that even farther, make it even more overt and even more obvious. It might be like actually removing either removing some of the kick hits that don't have a corresponding bass note, or adding more bass notes that correspond with every last kick. Because I think that's kind of the whole payoff, and the pleasing part about that is how locked in the kick and the bass are. So
Yeah.
I think they could be even more, and then possibly also like doubling it with a guitar somehow. Like it, you could look at like the production and the Strokes' first two albums, the way that they will sometimes have
I love
kick
comparing
and
this
bass
to the
locked
Strokes. This is kind of Strokesy if you squint.
It is. Right, if you squint, yeah. And this guitar melody that's up there, this like Stratocaster sounding like little.
It's very Frusciante.
It's
sounding
so
to me.
beautiful. It reminds me of the band British Sea Power,
Okay.
and just like how right there, and it is playing a very clear, very established part, but it's so relaxed and loose, and just like it.
And listen to how
that
much
it-
he does with just the guitar, like as like a palette, or as like a
Yeah.
way to fill in all the nooks and crannies of this groove. It's like there's not a lot of synth stuff aside from actually right here in the beginning is where I can hear it. If you listen carefully, to me it sounds like a synth emulating a guitar part.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
the little
So if you-
arpeggio thing. in
Yeah,
there.
so if you don't
Yeah.
think about it, you're like, he's just playing more guitar, and there's guitar all throughout the end. But this
Yeah.
first one, that's a
Didn't
synth.
even notice it.
That's a synth
Yeah,
sounding, trying to be a guitar essentially.
this is so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
just everything is performed so well. Like
Yeah.
that guitar, it's that's like a high level of guitar ability where it sounds lazy, but it's right in the pocket.
Yeah. And it's someone who knows how to properly use a guitar, and who looks at a guitar for what it is, as if this guy's a producer for sure. Like Brandon was mentioning, like the kick and bass relationship. Those are producer moves.
Yeah.
That's someone with a strong mind for production, and guys like that, they look at guitar not as a way to be flashy or anything. It's just another tool. It's just another tool in the toolbox, and he uses it like he really like gets so much out of the instrument of a guitar on this track. Like there's that synth again coming back. I love that.
So good.
That synth, I never would have thought that was a synth unless I like listened a little closer. To my mind, it just like you automatically assume it's a guitar, but it's very clearly a synth.
Can you play the very beginning, the first few lines of vocal? That is my last and final suggestion. It's the only criticism that I have,
Okay.
and it's a personal taste thing
Okay.
that you don't have to take on. Obviously, you don't have to take on anything that we say. But here. Right there. I don't know why, but I think that the word pretty is one of those, like, just for some reason, it just doesn't work in lyrics.
And I feel like there's a more elegant way to say what he said,
Exactly.
because it sounds like rhythmically, it's like he's almost tripping over himself when he's saying "get lost in your smile." Like
Pretty eyes. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you're trying to. There's other ways to say what you said that would flow
Yeah.
in a more kind of articulate way. I think.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can't tell if it needs to be a different word or just performing the word pretty differently to make it work. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems to me like the word pretty is one of those words that it's like it's just It just like is used so much or in a certain way just in our common conversation speaking, but when it's in a lyric or in a poem, it just sounds like it's not strong enough, or it just feels like it doesn't belong, or it takes me out of the poetry of it. That's a personal taste thing, but that's the only other thing that I noticed.
I think it's kind of like there's a very adolescent quality to this song, and the way he's forcing those rhythms with those word choices, it feels like a very adolescent kind of thing to do.
Yes.
So to me, it kind of fits the style, even though initially, like when I hear it, I'm like, that's not the move. Like you should find a way to say what you're saying in a way that flows rhythmically better than that.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's mainly just the rhythm of it.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like this is a song about like young love, and like it feels like that. It feels authentic in that sense. That like
you're right.
That's how someone would say it. You know what I mean? Like so.
You're right. Anyway, okay. Yeah. Closing thought. This is one of my favorite songs that we've ever done in this segment or whatever we call it on the show. That's possibly my favorite one. I love this song.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this is really excellently done. I played the first 30 seconds of this song last night, and then was like, I turned it off because I was like, all right, this is good. I want to hear it in full. I want to hear it in full for the first time on the show. And yeah, it did not disappoint. Like even in the slightest. Like my first thoughts on it were, what a strange like vocal timbre. What is like I'm not used to hearing this kind of music from someone that sounds like this, I guess. But it's like it really works really well. It's really cool. It's a little Gen Z fucking love song. I mean, this is how the kids are bopping these days. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
I will say too, I mean, I could basically just sit here and echo everything Brandon said. I really love the kick and drums are so good. When you really pay attention to them, they're like really strong. I mean, that bass is like, it's like someone has a light switch, just like turning it on and off.
Yep.
Like
kick turns it on, snare turns it off.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. Which is like, talk about like danceability. Like that is a like just major, dance move. Dance
everybody pay attention to that in this song. Everybody steal this trick. I mean, he didn't come up with it. It's like it's a thing, but it's a thing that not enough people are aware of and not enough people do. So all you music producers out there.
Yeah.
That.
And I've kind of said most of my favorite things about it, like just the way he uses the guitar. Like one of my initial critiques, I guess, was going to be, I wish there was more synth stuff, but it is there. It's just he's using it very cleverly. It's like here it is again right here in this section. He's very clever about his use of the synthesizers, and he's not overusing them, which is really smart as well. And like the guitars, the way he plays them, they add this like very like sweet like innocence to the song. Like it all like really supports the lyrics really, really well. The music, everything about it like just supports what he's saying. He's like, it's like he read the lyrics and he said, I need to make a track that fits this vibe exactly, and he like totally nails it. It's very like whimsical. Like we've heard a couple songs like this that just like kind of snap you back to like this time in your life when you're like 16, and it's like it's a very universal kind of feeling, but when it's done well, it's like it when you hear it, because it can bring you right back to that place.
And this is what that feels like. This sounds exactly like what that feeling feels like.
Totally. I totally agree. It's really cool. I could sit here and just echo everything you said, but you've kind of you've covered the bases. This is a really, really good one.
That's a good point that you make on the restraint with the synths You know,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of classy restraint
Big time. Yeah.
in this song.
And my favorite thing he does is like his use of the high pass filter. It's so good, especially right here. It's so good.
It opens up.
Opens
it
up,
blooms.
reveals everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really, really strong. I would echo what you said. This is probably one of my favorites as well, especially from just like a straight production standpoint. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
This is one of the best produced songs that we've done.
for sure. Yeah. And he's doing the most with almost like the least, really. I mean, it's like there's a couple guitar tracks. It's guitar, bass, drums, vocals, and like a tiny little synth part.
Yep.
You know?
This could absolutely be a dude with a guitar that is maybe not even a nice guitar,
Yeah.
and a laptop,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep. Yeah.
You could make this with that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is one if you're
And one normal microphone that costs $100 or less.
absolutely.
You could make this,
Yeah, don't even need an actual keyboard for this.
right?
You know what I mean? You could program all these drums. You could program the bass to do what it did. Yeah. You would not need much to get away with making this song. So yeah, in that sense, if you're watching this and you're like a new young producer and you're looking to get into music production stuff, like study this track. This is a great
Yeah.
like if you're looking for like an entry point into like what could I do that would sound really impressive that is actually like it's like there's like a deceptive amount going on. Like there's not as much going on as it seems, you know what I mean? But he
Yeah.
does so much with so little. This is an amazing track to check out in that sense. Yeah.
I would say too that the difference is not in like his resources
Yeah.
or his tools that he's got or that he's using. The difference is in the astute decision making.
Yeah. Creativity.
But if you're a music producer too who's admiring the song just like we are, don't be discouraged. Don't be thinking that like, oh, that just means that he's just better at this than he is better than we are, but not because he's born better. Like he learned this.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that this is a person who has made a lot of music before.
Yeah, and
has
it's
spent time
the
developing
the
and
sum
practicing and getting better, and you will too if you don't stop. You know?
the sum of all these techniques is really impressive, but you can hear exactly the techniques that he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's a great place to. It's a great song to stare at and listen to and figure out and analyze because, although he's doing a lot, it's very clear what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the techniques he's employing here are things that anybody could do. It's just that the culmination of everything he's doing is just really, really impressive, and it's really done like really, really well. So awesome. Some
Amen.
people are good at everything. Fuck me. Great job. Love note. The song is Felt Like. Check it out on Spotify. Hit the description of the video. You can get the link to this track. Thank you.
Step clap.
Love
Good
note.
job.
Great job.
Love note.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, fam.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Well,
I'm like already ready to go back to bed, but okay. What are we doing next?
so, let me mute. I have to turn this off. Now that we've just heard stuff that's like way better than anything we can do, let's check out some stuff that we're doing. So, John Roy has sent Brandon a tune. So Brandon, give us the backstory on this song. What's the deal with this song?
Yeah, so this is a song from Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem from San Diego. And this is a reggae version. This is a cover of the song Love My Way by Psychedelic Furs.
Nice.
Great 80s track. Yeah, we are going to be releasing this as like a special collaboration split single.
Sick.
Between Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem and Wise Owl and King Rooster and Black Market
Nice.
dub. So it's going to feature Take My Breath Away, the version of that Berlin song that myself and King Rooster did, and it's going to feature this song, the like original, not original, meaning the non-dub version, the straight mix version of this, and a dub version of both songs by Nate by Black Market.
Yes, which I'm really
And,
really excited about.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you'll probably recognize the song. I mean, if those of you who don't already know the song, this is probably you'll probably recognize it and go, oh yeah, I've heard that song before.
Yeah.
Great track from sometime mid '80s.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, one of the classic, just like classic 80s song that, like, if you don't know it right now, you'll know it as soon as it starts because it's one
prominently featured in The Wedding Singer,
yeah,
the Adam Sandler movie.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add a little extra dub camera here for everybody who wants to watch. So yeah, basically what I want to do is, one, let's just check it out and listen to what they did because it's fucking awesome. And two, I'm going to do a dub of this song. So I don't think I'm going to film and do the final dub right now, but I've been kind of working on this track and like figuring out like what exactly I want to do, like dub wise with it. So I'm going to kind of just basically do like a little practice session and
Yay.
and you know,
Yeah.
play
And we'll
around
just
with it.
enjoy
Yeah.
watching you
Exactly.
dub.
Okay, so what on here did you contribute or did you?
Let's see. I played bass and I
Nice.
played one of the guitars
Sweet.
on this song, and I did the regular mix of the song. I mixed
Cool.
it.
Nice. Awesome. Well, yeah, let's check it out. We'll bring in kind of each element one at a time, and yeah, let's check it out. Love My Way. If you guys don't remember this song like right now, like off the top of your head, you will very, very soon.
Mad good song.
Oh yeah, okay, here's our drummage.
There's an army on the dance floor. It's a fact.
Okay, let's just dub it right away, Nate. Why not?
Yeah. See, there's the elements coming in, and he's got them on the faders.
Yeah. I should have known this was you playing bass. I don't even know why I had to ask.
The bubble in this song is so sick.
Yeah.
It's almost Joeoho levels.
Who is it? It's not you?
It's not me. I don't know who it is. The keyboards on this track were played by various Southern California, well, not even limited to Southern California, various U.S. ska and reggae legends that are in the Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem family.
Yeah.
So Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem is like an all-star collective
Yeah, totally.
of musicians, most of whom are from the 90s ska scene from the USA.
this track, dude.
Isn't it good?
Wipe away your tears, my love. Put on your new face. You can never win or lose if you don't run the race.
Start bringing in the black market dubbage.
Oh yeah.
So I'm experimenting with doing like a pretty minimal version of this, which I don't think anyone will complain about. I hope not.
Nice. Yeah, I gave you the kick drum and the snare drum isolated,
Yeah.
so you can dub
And
things without
it's-
having to
yeah.
dub the whole kit.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, basically, on these first 3 tracks here, you can sort of see them in this view I've got over here. We've got kick, snare, hi-hat.
I think it might be cropped out.
Yeah, it's a
Those
little bit cropped
first
out.
few fades. That's okay. There's more faders there. We can imagine it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. So yeah, we've got right here. These are linked right now. So here's just our kick. And we've got our snare. We've got our hi-hat. I'm keeping it all in mono, which I think is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Brandon's bass, which is rad as fuck, which I've got slightly sidechained to the kick as well. Which
Nice.
I don't know if it's... I try to make I try to do that all the time, but I try to make it very like subtle. Like you shouldn't even notice. Really, all it should do is you should just be able to hear the kick better. That's like all I want out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you can hear it happening, that's a problem.
Yeah. So I'm adding. Here's the snare without anything I'm adding. Adding a little bit of spring. And also some of my space echo over here. Trying to also keep that very in the background because I kind of want it constant, but it's since the song is really loud in parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love it during this section.
It sounds so freaking good. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then what we have is got the skank. Piano. Awesome bubble, which I might actually not send to the Mutron. Might keep that. And we've got the vocal here, which is great. So I've got the vocal hooked up to a filter.
Amazing. For that love note sound.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I pretty much exclusively use that filter for vocals or bass. Today, I think the vocals are the best choice for it. And then we've got like a music bus over here as well, which is super sweet. Lots of really cool stuff in here.
Yeah, all the rest of the music that is not a fundamental reggae rhythm section element.
Yeah.
There's horns, synthesizers, there's like mellotron strings in there.
Yeah. Infinite Cognition. I see you on Reddit. Thanks for watching, buddy.
That's a cool name. Infinite Cognition.
So I might. One of the things I'm gonna probably do is I'm not gonna use this music bus too often. I really want to make this.
That's so cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna use the music bus only as like a dub throw.
Right.
Like I might even just like keep the delay like on it and just literally do throws like that.
Nice. That's cool. See whenever he brings in a new element, something else goes away.
Yeah. This song is so good.
So good.
Just gonna loop back around in a second here.
John, I don't know if you're on the stream right now, but I'm gonna text John.
What's
Let him
that?
know that I'm gonna text John, letting him know that you're dubbing the song right now.
Nice, nice.
There's an army on the dance floor. It's a fashion with a gun.
Yeah.
They daily make us pay for laughing in their faces and making it our way.
Oh yeah. Don't forget that PC2.
This part's so good.
Yeah.
I love the bass in this part. The one thing I'm struggling with is I'm trying to dub it like it's a more mellow song than it is. And
Yeah.
there's a way to do it that I think will work. But it, like, especially this part, it's like there's no getting away from the fact that this song just wants to like scream, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very dynamic, the arrangement of the song, because he followed the arrangement of the original song really closely. He did a lot of justice to the original arrangement,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like the verse is very low, and the chorus and the bridges are screaming, like you say.
Yeah. Let's play around. We've got a third delay we can use. So another thing I really want to establish is we've got this delay on the snare, which is kind of a short delay with like even kind of a short amount of repeat rate as well.
Right.
And then we've got another one set up, the Benny dub delay, which is this kind of almost kind of syncopated thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Sounds
also
really good.
have
Love my way. It's a new road.
Oh, the slap.
I
see what
Wow.
we can do with this. Well, I'm kind of fiddling around with the settings on this one. So this is the Strymon.
The Strymon El Capistan.
El Capistan, that's right. So let's see what we can get. Can we do a third delay? I think we can. Let's get kind of a long. Going for something a little longer. Yeah, so that's a nice contrast between
Okay,
the other ones
right.
that are really short.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to like fiddle around with the actual delay settings during the song, which could screw up a nice relationship, tempo relationship I have. I could just pick which delay I want to use for which moment. So like if I want kind of a cool, if I want something really short on the skank, say, I could go to my space echo, right? Which is sweet as fuck. If I want something syncopated, I could go to syncopated and a little bit longer, but not definitely not that short. I could go to the Benny dub.
Yeah.
And if I want something super long, I could just go to the El Capistan. So all
Three
like
different textures.
three different textures, three different sounds too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that's the scientist way too, man. That's how
Oh, yeah.
scientist sets his stuff up. He doesn't tweak delay settings during the dub. He sets up multiple different delays and then has a palette of what kind of a delay throw do I
Totally.
want, and then just chooses a different delay rather than changing delays.
Yeah, which is actually something I don't do as often as I should. I'm like kind of using this song as like a good excuse to practice that kind of methodology because
Yeah, you're a delay tweaker.
yeah, I'm definitely a delay tweaker. Cause I used to only have like one delay at a time, you know. So now I've got three. So instead of tweaking all three and then just being lost in the middle of the song, it's like use those three to your advantage, you know.
Yeah.
They're sick, and they each sound different too.
Yes. This sounds so good, man. Everything you're doing sounds so good.
So the only thing we're missing now is this organ I gotta get in. Which kind of does sound pretty sweet in the phaser.
Sounds really good. The left hand of this organ is so strong to the pulse of the song. So good.
There she is.
There it is.
So you can kind of hear the palette I'm going for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it all just reggae stuff. This stuff, which is awesome, I'll probably use very sparingly, even though it's amazing. confusing to use, actually. But mostly, not because I don't want to use it, mostly because I feel like it'll differentiate this version the best by just sticking to the super dubby elements, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right, exactly. Especially when you know that you're working on a dub version of something that is going to be released side by side with the original song.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take into account how to make this be its own experience. Yeah. So those transitions like that.
Real sick.
That's what it's all about.
Where my mind goes.
So fucking sweet. Who's singing on this?
That's John Roy.
That's John.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it sounds so good.
He sounds so good, man.
I love it.
It's a great vocal performance. I love his voice.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
His choice of covers are like so strong. Like every cover I've worked on that he's done, I'm just like, dude, this is brilliant. Like I'm almost like fuck you, because it's like, dude, this could have been a Black Market song, you motherfucker.
Exactly.
But man,
Yeah. He's an astute dude.
Very. Oh, kick drum dub. That was an accident, but that sounded kind of
That sounds
cool.
really cool.
Mommy on the dance floor, it's a fashion with a gun, my love. In a room without a door, a kiss is not enough.
Right? Right? Emptiness is on a hunt, dust in all their hearts. This song apparently is about
Yeah.
like the just living in the gay scene in England in
Yeah.
the 80s. So like, you know, way before it was really like
Kosher.
safe or right, exactly. Like before it was like, you know, viable to really be out, to live out, you know?
Yeah. Wow, I didn't
And
know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's just about just kind of like, you know, love in that world, what it's like feeling love, being in love, trying to live your life, and, you know, having to keep it behind society's door like that, and just what it was like at the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, man. Poor fucking people, man. Can't believe we do that shit to each other.
Dub will make it all feel better,
Yes.
at least momentarily.
It sure is right now. Sidewalk Andy says, Brandon, does coffee taste better out of your own merch, Wise Owl Cup?
Hell yeah. It
Yes,
does.
Andy, it does. I am
Mine sure
drinking out of the Black Market Live mug.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm just doing some quality checks to make sure that all of the merch is of sufficient quality, something that I actually do feel right selling to you guys, making sure it's not just a bunch of crappy shirts where the logo is going to fall off and the first time you wash it type of things. But yeah, once I'm satisfied that this online store is the right place to go, I'm going to share the link with all of you so you can help yourselves to wonderful Wise Owl merch, and it features this mug that is specifically for fans of this show, of Black Market Live. And Sidewalk Andy also says to smash the like.
Smash it. Smash.
The only thing that would make it better, Andy's, is some of Andy's coffee.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited for when the day comes. Where there we are in Berlin, in Andy's shop. Get to finally smell the brew, taste the coffee.
And we rob Andy's store.
And then we
rob Andy blind.
You distract him, and I clobber him over the head with something, and then we rob his store.
Yeah. We physically rob Andy and ruin his livelihood. Just kidding, Andy. We love you.
That's so funny. This is good, man. We got a nice palette of colors here.
So good.
Oh, spring on the bass.
Oh yeah. When it makes sense, I love it.
Wipe away your tears.
Oh, nice. John Roy's in the chat.
John Roy, what
There he
up?
It says, here I am answering emails and getting rentals out the door.
Hell yeah, John.
That's fun.
John, I'm sure you're busy, man, but just want to let you know you've done an amazing job with this track. I'm having a lot of fun playing around with it. Yeah. Pretty awesome track, man. Really.
Yeah. Fantastic dub ingredients. I just can't get over that organ sound. It's so good.
Yeah.
That's a real B3, by the way.
Yeah, John. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can do kind of a minimal version of it, but the song wants to be big and loud, so it's it's a fine line, but I've been kind of practicing it this week and playing around with it. So once I do record the final version, it'll be interesting. But so much fun to play, man. So much fun to dub and play around with.
Yeah.
Dust in our hearts. They just want to steal us all and break us all apart.
John says we need to source the hive mind for a quick turnaround on vinyl,
Ooh.
or a sugar daddy or mommy with good distribution. So everybody out there,
Yeah, anybody watching that knows some quick vinyl turnarounds, let us know.
yeah, because we want to release this, do this release for this music on vinyl.
That would be so cool because I don't know, maybe this is obvious or maybe people don't realize this, but like there's no black market that exists on vinyl. That would be my first anything on vinyl. It would be like the fucking biggest. It would like make me cry to have any black market on vinyl. I would fucking flip if that happened.
Guys, we can make Nate cry. Let's do it.
Hashtag make Nate cry.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, Natey Poo, should we?
Yeah, I think it's
wrap
about
it
that
for the
time.
day?
About that time of the show
Yeah.
where we say, "Who wants to hear more from us anymore? What the fuck? let's get out of everyone's hair for the rest of the day." But man, what a fun show! Great music. Brandon can't hear me anymore. Something happened. I don't know what just happened. What just changed?
Oh, there we go. Okay, I have you back. Can you hear me?
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't change anything.
Sometimes Source Connect, which is the software that we use to connect our audio, just stops working.
Yeah. Which is
And that's
super
the
fun.
second day
In
in
a
a
row.
row
Yeah.
where it cut off in like the most perfect moment, because right after you said, "Who wants to hear us anymore?" What the fuck? And then it turned off.
That's awesome. Yeah, and yesterday
Ridiculous.
we were talking, and I said something like, "I keep having audio issues," and it cut off right when I said audio.
Yeah,
Just like
that's what happened yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous timing.
We've been having a lot of problems with the audio.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, what a fun show. I'm glad
Yeah,
you guys got
good
to
show.
see a little live dub today. That was super fun.
Yeah, thanks for showing us that. We should do that more often, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
we-
very relaxing just to sit here and just watch you just dub stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of it could be a cool thing to do on the show where we just kind of hang out and talk as normal while I dub. I think that would be kind of
Yes.
fun. And we do like a set or like multiple songs. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
Thanks to everyone for watching over on Reddit. Thanks to all
Yes.
the patrons and Bandcamp subscribers watching. Thanks to all the regulars. Sidewalk Andy. Oh, yeah, no Eno card. I guess no Eno card today. Let's pull one just for shits.
Yeah.
Let's
just
see if it
'cause-
gives us any parting wisdom.
Yeah, we never needed to pull one. But yeah, so this is the Eno card for the
Amazing.
rest of the day, everybody.
Take away
Here's
the
your card
elements.
for the day.
Take away the elements in order of non-important. Or we read that one for
Yeah, we read
a
that one.
session. Let's do one we definitely have not read. Be dirty.
That's all. All right, everybody. That's your
Everybody.
Eno card for the rest of the day, rest of the night.
Be dirty the rest of the day, rest of the week, whatever. Super fun. We love you guys. This was a blast, as
Yes.
always. We will see you guys next week at the same time, 11 a.m. sharp Central Time. Brandon, any parting words, parting thoughts?
No, just I love you guys. I'm excited to reach 1,000 subscribers.
We're coming for you. The number 1,000.
All right, get out there, enjoy the reggae,
Yep.
enjoy your lives, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. We love you guys.
Goodbye.
Defensive.